Very good morning, dear students. So today I am going to discuss about the control statement. This is the second part of the control statement that I am discussing with you. So in this particular control statement, what you can see and how you can see the different type of the particular statements. So let us see what we have for this particular part. Now see here. In this particular sections that I am continuing the previous discussions of the previous video. In previous video I said that I will discuss another loop that is called a nested loop. Now nested loop, how to discuss the nested loop and how we will going to make this particular nested loop. How we will going to discuss this particular nested loop. Nested loop means there will be if and else statement that I have said you earlier also. If and else statement will be there, which will going to allow you to check the thing, but not a single if and else. There will be a multiple if else will be there, and those the multiple if else expressions which will going to execute. We can find that there are the different pattern of codes are there, and those the codes what we find it that it will going to work. So here this is what this is known as your flow chart, isn't it? This is the flow chart. CHART. So this is your flow chart. So in this particular flow chart, what you find here, that first you have the options. That means you are giving some conditions. Start button will be there. After the start, then there will be some conditions, isn't it? There will be some input taken from the user. Sorry, there will be some input taken from the users and so on. So after that what will be, then it will come to the first condition. So this is the first condition. So first condition will going to have a two statement. One is true and another one will be a false. So when one is true, another will be false. Suppose as it is written, this portion is true portion. So under this true portion, what it will be, there will be another condition. It can be any condition, if else condition, another if else condition. So there will be also true streaming, isn't it? True and false streaming is there. So one streaming will going to give you the system one way, another will going to give you the system one way, but both will come in the end position. And from the false part, the stream what will going to come, that will also going to come in the in position, and from there it will come to the next final output position, and then it will go to the next statement. So this is where what we can find that suppose there is one block. Suppose this is one block. Okay, under this block there are two blocks are there. So under these two blocks there are again more two blocks. There are again more two blocks, isn't it? So under this particular block again you are creating more blocks. So this is what, this is the nested if. That means this is the first if else statement. Under that one if and one will be your else part. So this is the if section, this is the else section. Now when this is an if section and else section, under this if you see this if has been again divided into if and else. It has been divided again into this if and else. Again this if can be again more divided into if and else, as so on. For this part also it can be again more divided into more part if it is required. So this is how we can find it, that when we have many loops. Now where you are applying in your small program. Now small program we use mostly we can find that 2 or 3 for loop or 2 nested if loop we are using them, and we are implementing this particular thing to be workable. Okay, that we are not using in our small program that we usually do, isn't it? To nested loop we are using one under one if, suppose one more loop under else one loop. Okay, this way we are doing, but in a very big programming section we can find it that particular nested loop will going to execute and this will going to run. So nested loop, how the thing will be written, what will be its syntax. See the syntax of it. First the if condition, after the if condition then you can find here there is a statements will be there. Okay, after the else condition there will be some statements. Okay, if else, that means under if, and under else one if will going to insert, then the else, last else will going to come, and there will be some statement. So there can be in this pattern of way how we can find the thing can be segregated and thing can be worked. So see here what has been given, one small program has been taken. What I have said you, this way generally we do, because we are not we are doing the program as per the modules what are concerned, isn't it? So number, what it is, float input, enter the number. So if number is greater than equals to 0, okay, one condition, under that see another condition is given. If number equals to 0, print 0, else number is positive. This else is under which, under this if, and then under this if, this outer if, which is the else is there, this is the else part. Okay, the else, then the total number is a negative number. So some value has been entered, then it has been find out. So this is what the thing can be executed. This way what we find, that when we are working with this particular pattern of a structure of the nested if condition, we can find in the nested if condition we will going to have the output, and we will going to work with that particular pattern what it is concerned. Okay, and how we are going to declare it. So this is the declaration what is there. This is the part of declaration what we can find, that we are having this particular pattern of declaration and we are making this particular pattern of declaration. So this is the declaration, this is the part of declaration where we are emphasizing the fact, where we are seeing the fact that how the thing is working and how we can find it, the particular work can be done, isn't it? So this is the thing, this is the flow that we are maintaining, this is the part of a flow that we are working with. So as we are maintaining the flow, as we are working with the flow, we can find it that each and every section of this number that we are discussing here, that we are giving here, what we find it, that they are the different form or different pattern of the structures, or different form of structures that we need to implement where we are using those pattern of what, a loop system, a conditional statement, isn't it? So this is what the nested if condition is been implemented. Now you see that iterations means what we say, which will come again and again. The loop will execute the block of the statement till it finds the thing is true. That means it will going to do the work, it will going to run the work again and again, and it will going to continue the work. So what are the loop we can find? What are the loop we can find? An iteration loop. Especially we can say while loop is an iteration loop, for loop is an iteration loop, nested for loop is also an iterative loop. So three pattern of basic iterative loop, you must note it down, all these things what has been given are the basic iterative loop that we find, that we are implementing and that we are working with, isn't it? So those the section, those the part what we find, those the thing what we can see, that when we are making the particular structures, when we are working with the particular structures, we find it that we are having the iterations of the statement. We find it that we are going to conduct the particular structures, we are making the particular structures, and this what we say, that we are doing the iterations of the statement. So while loop, for loop, nested for loop, let's see what is the thing is there. So first today I will going to discuss about the while loop. While loop, this is the flow chart. Okay, this is your flow chart. Clear? So in this particular flow chart, what we find it, you can see here there will be something starting point and all. After that it will come enter here. So after it entering, that some testing will going to be done. If the testing is true, then it will come inside the particular working area. If it come into working area is over, then it will again go to the testing area. This way the thing will be circulate. Okay, this way the thing will be circulate, and when it find the testing area is becoming false, then it will exist from the loop. That means what we can find, there is a block of statement will be there, and as a longer as it is finding the condition is true, the thing will going to work, isn't it? So when we have some certain condition, when we are making the condition, there will be a false condition as well as there will be the true condition in the loop. So when we have when we find that particular false condition is there, when we are working with a false condition there, in this particular false condition, what we can see and what we can find, that there are some beginning of the loops and there are some ending of the loops also there. Okay, so those the beginning and ending of the loop, what we find it, that when we are having an while statement, when we are having the different pattern of statement, those the statement what we can find it, that we are constructing this. See here, while x equals to 1, while x less than equals to 4, print x equals to x plus 1. That means the loop will continue till how much, till it is not coming what, less than or equals to 4. So first it will print 1, then it will print 2, then it will print 3, then it will print 4. So when it will print at 4, after the printing of the 4, what it will be, x plus 1 equals to what, 5. So when it will print 5, what you can find it, that this particular statement, this particular working part will going to work or will going to implement the work in this way. That means what you are finding, that the condition is now becoming false. As the condition is becoming false, it come out or it exists from the loop, isn't it? So this is what you can find, the while statement we are using. We are using the different type of while statements, and as we are using the while statement, we can find how the number will going to work. Clear? So this is how you can see, this is the part what we can find, that when we are working with this particular area, when we are making all this particular area, we are making the different pattern of structures, we are making the different type of work that we are working with, that we are making with. Okay, so this is how we can implement, how the structures will going to come, and how you can work with this particular statement. Now while loop with else, how you can do the while loop with an else. While loop with an else, see, x equals to 1, while x less than equals to 3, then it will going to print inside the loop x equals to x plus 1. Else what it will do, print inside else value is x. That means what, the loop will continue till it will going to execute. That means 1 2 3, as soon as it come 2, it will going to come out from this loop, and then it will come to the else position. Okay, so we have done if else. So here with an while also we can use the else. So if you find any program there with while with an else, that means it is not a wrong program. The execution is not wrong there, isn't it? You have to see that how the thing has been executed, how the thing has been made, and how it is been implemented. So what you see, first it has printed out the value of 1, second it has printed out the value of 2, and afterwards it has printed out the inside value, else value is x is 3. The inside else value is x is what, 3. So as it is 3, that means when it is 3, it will going to quit out from here. Clear? So this is the different pattern or different way that you can use the iterations of the loop. Okay, there is different programs are there, like Fibonacci series program, isn't it? So you can do the Fibonacci series program, you can find out the particular number is in which way or which pattern they are been arranged. So all this particular thing, all this particular structure that we find, that will be there, and that will going to be implemented in this particular way or particular manner. We are working with the different pattern of the structures, and we are making these structures to be implementable, isn't it? So this is how you can see, this is how you can find it, that when you are making the structures, when we are working with the structures, those the structures are in this form. So this is the thing what you find it, that while loop with the else loop we have done it, and those the while and else loop what we find it, that with the while and else loop what we are doing, we are making the particular structures, and we are constructing or we are conducting this particular structure, isn't it? So this is how that we can make the particular structures with using the while loop, and that is what, that is known as an iterative loop. Clear? This is known as what? Iterative loop. So this is what known as iterative loop. So as we are having this particular iterations of the loop, we find it. So this is the thing that we can see it here, isn't it? So let us see what the next thing that we have for us. See, infinite loop. Infinite loop means which has no ending. That if the loop started running, suppose the loop is started running from here, loop will run and run and run, there is no end of it. Okay, so x equals to 5, while x equals to 5, print inside the loop. Now how many time it will print? So here you can ask the question that, sir, how many time it will run? It will run till x is 5. So x is always 5. So till x is 5, what it will? It will going to run the loop again and again and again and again and again and again and again, infinite number of times. Now here if you give a break command outside of it, okay, then what? You can stop it, isn't it? I have discussed previously the break command, we can use it. So break command if you use here, what you can see that you can stop the loop and you can execute with the loop, isn't it? So you can execute with the loop. So as we find this particular pattern of working, as we find that particular pattern of structures, so this particular pattern of structure, what it is doing, it is making the particular thing, it is making the particular work to run in an infinite number of time. That means the loop will work in an infinite number of times. So this is the particular infinite number of time as the loop will going to work, as the loop will going to run. We can find it, the work of this particular loop is what? The conditional loop that we are running, that we are making through it, isn't it? So this is the particular thing, this is the particular structures that can be worked for a certain durations and certain point of time. Okay, certain point of time. So as we can make the particular thing for a certain point of time, we can have or we can work with the particular structures that we are working with, that we are making with. So those the structure what we can find, those the structure what we have, we are having these structures and we are making these particular structures, isn't it? We are making the particular structures to be worked with, to be made it in a certain or in a specified way. So as we can make it in a specified way, as we can form it into a specified formation, this is the formation what we have, this is the formation part that we can have, that is in this particular what? Infinite pattern of time. Okay, infinite pattern of movements, the thing will going to work. So this is what you see, for loop. Okay, for loop. So for loop is what you can find it that there you are using the iterative statement. Okay, so as you find that you are using their iterative statement, this the particular iterative statement what is there? Iteration means which will going to work again and again. So iteration statement what? See here, for val in a sequence. Okay, val in a sequence. So sequence is what? Then the statement will going to do. See, as I have said you earlier that for I in a range, how I will going to write a for loop? For I in range. What is the range? 3 to 5. That means it will start from 3, it will run up to 5, but before of 5 it will stop. That I have said you earlier also when I have discussed the thing, that what is your starting point? It will start from that starting point. Okay, it will start from that starting point. And what is the ending point? This is your ending point. Okay, this is your ending point. So in up to the ending point it will go, but it will only print before of the ending point. Okay, it will print before of the ending point. That means if my ending point is 20 here, then that means it will going to print up to 90. Okay, it will print up to 19. So this is what the thing is. Sorry, this is what the part as we find it, the thing will going to work. Okay, so this is how you can make the statement, you can work with this particular statement. Clear? So this is what the iterations is. Now you see another condition that for I in range, that 5, 3 and minus 1. Minus 1 means you are going backward. Okay, you are going backward 3. So as we are going backward, what you find it, to print I, what it is printing, first it will print 5. From 5 minus 1 is 4. After that it will go up to 3, but it will not print up to 3. As the same order it is maintaining. That means from where it will start, it will print the starting point, and where it will end before of that, where it will end before of that, it will going to print. Okay, so this is how you can do the particular structures, and you can make the particular loop to be work. Okay, range function parameter also you can give. Range is a one pattern of a function where you are giving the parameters, and from where is the starting point, which is the ending point, and what is the gapping it will give. You can give here +2 also, you can give here -1 also, any pattern of gapping. If you don't give anything, by default it will take +1 as a series sequence. Okay, so this is how the sequence will going to run. So thank you all. I am ending my today's discussion here. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much.